What is going on, everyone? It is Rob and Jonny. Welcome to episode 18 of the MMArcade Podcast. For those of you watching from last time, hello.
It was just yesterday we were doing 17.
I didn't even change my shirt.
No, same shirt. I've been wearing it since last week.
For those of you that don't know, we are pre-recording 2 podcasts in one night. So the previous one was 2 weeks ago. We did miss a week, unfortunately, but we are here to talk about UFC 292, Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. We won't be talking about games news again, but we still got what we're watching, playing, anime recommendations, and viewer questions. Yeah. Rob, you ready to get into it?
I am, mate. But let me just say, for the viewers at home that keep asking, and we see it week and week again.
We do.
Why does Rob look like Minecraft Steve? Why is he pixelated?
Here we go.
Why is Jonny in 4K ultra high def?
Yes.
And Rob running at 32 pixels?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, guess what, guys? By the time this airs, next week, I should be looking a little clearer.
Well, hold on. You're putting the pressure. Hold on. No. We cannot commit to that. We cannot commit.
Because of future recording, that's like a month away.
It is future. Okay, so this is what's happening for everyone watching, all right? I messaged Rob last night. I was like, Rob, we're going to get you the new camera. Here's exactly what I have. I'll order it to my place because I'm more central Sydney, and it'll come quicker. And then I'll drive it out to yours and we'll set you up. It's still going to take a few days to arrive to mine, and then I got to find time to go to yours and set up. I don't know if I could do that if I'm arriving like Sunday night from my holiday and we record on a Thursday. It's not happening, Rob.
All right. Another week of Minecraft, Steve. Yeah. Then you'll see 4K ultra high def Rob.
I'm actually looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good to see your face in proper HD and the autofocus not going and everything.
Just you wait. Well, it's because I can't help it. I move a lot, and all the viewers have already seen I move a lot, and the blurring, the focus keeps shifting. It's not its fault. It's my fault. I can't sit bloody still.
No, it's going to be good. We're literally picking him the exact same camera, slightly different lens, but it's pretty much going to look the same. So cannot wait to
60
sort
frames,
that out.
baby, 60 frames. Let's go.
30 frames. And let's talk about UFC 292, Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. Okay, that is happening this week by the time this podcast goes live.
I've lost you.
We've got Sterling,
you,
who is just on fire, man. He's on a 9-fight win streak. Just beat Cejudo, Dillashaw, Jan, Sandhagen, Pedro Munoz. Like some straight, like really, really no names, straight killers. You got Sean O'Malley. He's on a bit of a roll as well. Just defeated Jan himself. Bit controversially, according to some. Paiva, don't know how to pronounce his name, Moutinho, Almeida. So both got a nice run of form. Rob, break this one down for us. How do you think this is going to go?
Okay. I say it every time. UFC 292, Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. Every time I say it, I underestimate Aljamain Sterling every time, and time again. I back his opponents time and time again. I say he can't do this, he can't do that, and he does it. I've almost become his good luck charm. But guess what? I'm on the bandwagon now. Aljamain Sterling wins this fight. I like the way Sean O'Malley fights, but I don't think Sean O'Malley has the striking advantage that he's used to having in this fight than with a lot of others he's had, especially when it comes to reach. Yeah. But I also see Aljamain utilizing his seamless takedowns and grappling that he's been working. You can see it time and time again in his fights. Yeah. To just really make it hard for Sean. We saw in Sean when he fought with Jan, he had some troubles when he was taken down. Yes, he defended a lot of takedowns, but when he was taken down, he did have troubles. Yep. And Aljamain is a nightmare if he gets you down. He's a nightmare. You've seen him dismantle a lot of high-level wrestlers with his grappling. You don't have to look much further than his last fight, okay? He took Cejudo down. He controlled him on the ground. He controlled him on the fence. He's obviously athletically gifted. He's technically gifted. His fight IQ is super high. He has so many options. I just don't see how Sean gets this win.
I am so glad that people are giving Sterling the props that he deserves. Like watching his grappling, watching his wrestling in this ground game, it's beautiful, Rob. He moves his body and just finds those positions in a way that I haven't seen like many other fighters do. He is the champion for a reason, and I think he's going to take advantage of the weaknesses in Sean O'Malley's game that we saw in his fight against Jan in particular in the second round. I know how great at striking Sean O'Malley is. So many of his wins have come through knockout or TKO. But I just don't see Sterling caring. I don't see him giving a damn. He's going to throw him around like a rag doll. I seriously think this is it might actually go to decision because like I don't know, maybe Sterling can actually get the submission win because he's so good at it. If he can get a back mount, game over. But if this does go the decision, I'm picturing a complete slaughter for Sterling, winning at least 4 out of 5 rounds for sure.
Yeah. We've seen Sterling fight super high-level strikers such as Sandhagen. We've seen him wrestle super high-level wrestlers such as Cejudo, and he's fought and beaten everyone in between. Granted, he had a bit of a rocky start because of the way he won the belt, and then, everybody that just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. He had to fight he had to fight to correct that, and he's done that now. Without a doubt, everyone's on the same boat as I am now. We've all come to realize just how good he is.
Yeah.
I think he won't have as much trouble as everybody else has had with Sean striking. I think wrestling and grappling, he has just too much of an advantage, and I think all his high-level fights against high-level opponents, 5-rounders, is going to show its head in their fight come UFC 292. So I have Aljamain Sterling by TKO, actually. I think he gets the finish in the championship rounds. I do, because if what we're predicting happens and he does start to manhandle O'Malley the way we think he will, then O'Malley's in for a long night, 25 minutes. 25 minutes is a long time, okay? And we've seen O'Malley start to get beaten up. In that last fight with Jan, he was in some bad positions where, O'Malley never quit, but he didn't look like he was enjoying himself.
No. Well, that's what I was saying about the controversy with that last fight. Like, I know obviously it went to O'Malley, but many people thought that Jan won that. Jan clearly won the second, O'Malley won the first. Well, actually, some people disagree. But that third round, like, I think you could have given it to Jan, maybe. I don't know. I need to rewatch that fight to get my proper opinion on it.
I had Jan. We spoke about it. I had Jan in that fight. I did. I think O'Malley is an amazing fighter, and I think his grappling is amazing as well. That's not to say it's bad. I've seen lots of high-level grappling from O'Malley, but I just think Sterling's, like you said, the champion for a reason.
Dude, Who else in that division can realistically, after Sterling's done what he's done, can trouble Sterling? Like, obviously, we have Dashvidali. Surely he's getting the title shot after this, right? He's next in line. He's ranked 1. Yeah, he's ranked first.
It kind of has to.
Yeah,
and I think that'll be a good fight. A really good fight to bring the best out of him.
Why? Hold on. Did I miss something? Let us know in the comments. Why the hell is Dashvidali not fighting Sterling? Why is it O'Malley? That is
because
doesn't make
sense.
Remember
at Sterling's fight, O'Malley was there, took off his jacket. Sterling's mate put it on.
That's right, and he stole the jacket and he ran out. Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. What's his name? What's his name? Sorry.
The guy that stole it?
Sterling's mate. Yeah, Sterling's mate.
I'll figure it out. Jacket.
But yeah, everyone knows he's the only other killer in that division.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see Sean O'Malley like doing that well. I'll be real. Unless he catches
It's
Sterling.
A money fight, but
yeah, it is a money fight.
For that.
Credit to Sean O'Malley. Like he's a charismatic dude. He's going to help bring in the numbers. I know people have criticized Sterling as like they don't see him as being much of a draw. I think at this stage, Sterling is a draw. If anything, because a lot of people still hate him for whatever reason, and they want to see him lose, and they want to see someone like Sean O'Malley knock him out. That's why this fight is so hyped up, right?
I'm so curious to see how Sean O'Malley starts his fight, because Sean O'Malley rides on confidence. He has such unparalleled, like undoubted belief in himself and his ability for good reason. He's an amazing fighter.
Yeah,
and he carries that into the octagon when he starts fights, and it lends so much power to his striking.
Yeah,
just that confidence he can do whatever he wants. I want to see that against Sterling. I want to see what that looks like. Man, I'm excited.
It's going to be a great
fight.
fight.
Long to wait.
Yeah, but it is because it's so many weeks away from when we're recording.
It's in the future.
But for all of you, it's like 3 days away. So Sterling, we both have him getting the win over Sean O'Malley at UFC 292. And that was it for our breakdown. Again, this is going to be a shorter episode. We're going to be moving on now to
speeding through these.
Speeding through it. Unless hold on. I gotta call you out, Rob. Last episode, at this exact moment, you started talking about Diablo 4. Do you have anything to say about games news?
I did. I said to be continued. This is my rant. Luckily, it's still fresh off the old, the old skillet, right? Mate, is Diablo 4 meant to be a multiplayer game or a single player game that you kind of just
question.
Like that you kind of like leveled up and then compare yourself competitively against your mates? Like
this is what I'm saying, Rob. Yeah, go on. I got a rant too.
I don't like playing with my friends in that game. I just want to level up, get strong.
Yeah.
And then like if I need a bit of help, he helps me, or if I like, you know what I mean? If I need help just like getting through a breakthrough dungeon or something like that. And then once that's done, like you can go on your merry way. I don't know. Is it supposed to be a single player game or not?
No,
it feels so good single player.
I agree. And I think a lot of people like myself play single player. Like you see other people on the map, you don't even care. You just walk by them, right? So if a lot of people are playing the game like that, what does the hell matter? Like, what does it matter that all the characters are balanced and all that? Like, I know what they're doing. And I'm saying, what does it matter? What they're doing is to try and ensure people are playing the game for longer, so they're spending more money on skins and shit. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's what they're doing because it's a rotating store. But just let people have their fun, right, Rob? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Because like if they max out and they get their gears, they get their loot drops, that's where the game stops.
Well, here's the thing though. Like with their season pass, that you need to create a new character. You need to create a new character for a season pass. So if you have to do that anyways to engage in the new season, what does it matter that you've just leveled up your previous characters?
The season's only, I think they said they're only bringing out 4 seasons a year.
True.
You know, that's not a huge turnaround for the skin store. Well, for the season activities they've put months of dev time into.
Yeah, true.
I don't. Yeah.
Have you bought many skins, by the way?
I haven't. No, because I didn't play it for that long. Yeah. Because after about 4 days, getting about 60 something, I realized like why.
True.
You know, like because I don't really like making seasonal characters. I don't like. Why am I hunting Harlequin's Crescent or whatever the hell it's called? Why? When in 2 weeks it's going to be gone, I'm going to have to make a new dude.
True.
And then why level that dude up if I'm going to have to make another guy?
True. And also as well, I was seeing that if you were to complete the season pass, you get like 666 of the currency. Can't remember what it's called. And that's not even enough to buy like a decent skin. I remember like when I had to buy like it was like a really cool wolf skin, I had to spend like over $20 or something ridiculous. And I think it's kind of silly that when you finish the season pass, you are barely given anything for it. I don't know. I feel like we're bashing on Blizzard a lot. Diablo is a great game, but
no, it is a great game, but it's just like it's finding its feet still. Yeah, finding its feet still. Yeah. Like,
but it needs to hurry up. Though, you know, like people
I think
are leaving.
the only thing that would bring me back into it, like, is hardcore characters, because I do enjoy hardcore characters. Fair. There's nothing more thrilling than almost losing your characters and then getting that feeling in your balls when you're about to lose a 60-hour character to some bullshit. Okay, and or PvP. I love PvP as well. The idea of playing single player to play on PvP, well, that's kind of why I jumped into Diablo 4, because I wasn't really going to play it and then decided to. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's what you guys were waiting for the whole week.
The whole 2
The
weeks.
whole week.
The part 2 of Rob's rant on Diablo 4.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But you know what's also great too, and I won't spend too much time talking about this, but by the time this podcast goes out, Starfield is right around the corner, bro. It's almost here.
I know. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about Starfield. I cannot wait.
Warning in advance for all of you, by the way. Like, I'm going to be playing nothing but Starfield for like months on end. So most of my what we're playing, watching segments are just going to be talking about anime because you're going to get sick of me talking about Starfield all the time. No, they're not, because I'm going to be talking about it too. So, all right, great. All right, I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, get comfortable, everyone. Get comfortable.
Absolutely. So now the second segment, what we're watching, playing, and anime recommendations. Rob, we talked about you have a vault of anime recommendations in your head.
Well,
can you give us one?
I didn't even recommend any last week.
Forgot. You said you watched what you called? You watched Zom 100.
Oh yeah, Zom 100. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, no new episodes. Recommendations. This is the one that I alluded to last week. Was Goblin Slayer.
Oh, Rob, don't tell people to watch this. No.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I don't want to.
Don't talk to me.
Because every time I get told about this friggin' anime, it's
crazy.
It's from a Camel Works, right? And he's like, someone told me to watch it, and it's like goblins.
Don't listen to him.
Why? He's telling the truth, right?
Yeah, dude. But everything he sells you is creepy.
But it is. How
I hope you're watching, mate. You delivered Goblin Slayer to him creepily. It is good, mate. It is good. It is. It's pretty hardcore. It's saying
good.
Something. It's good. I wouldn't recommend it otherwise. Everyone who is not 18, do not watch it. Okay, it's an over 18s anime, and I know you'd be like, "But I'm mature." No, it's just wait, dude. Just wait. Yeah. It's time. There's time. Yeah. Relax.
Is it even on Crunchyroll? By the way, is it even on that service, or is it on some backwards website?
It's not that bad because a lot of the scene it's not like full blown scenes. It's just like everything is kind of alluded to. And that's kind of the beauty of the anime. It's really put together well.
Okay,
there's a lot of storytelling with very little ish looks. So I don't know. It's cool. You like your serious animes?
We'll
watch
see.
Code Geass as well. That's a good one.
No,
Steins Gate.
Dude, for my trip, I'm trying, as I said to you, because on the Nintendo Switch you get Crunchyroll. So I want to have the bigger screen to watch some anime on the flight. So I want to download as many things as I can and just smash them out when I'm flying. I've got like 20 hours to kill because it takes us forever to fly anywhere from freaking Australia.
Yep. But yeah. Watch Steins Gate as well. That's another really cool one. Really good if you like time travel.
Yeah, cool. So I got another anime to talk about. Right. This is one I watched a while ago, but I don't think I've ever talked about it. My backlog, but I don't think I've ever talked about it on the podcast. Have you watched Dr. Stone, Rob?
Yeah. Up until it annoyed me.
Yeah, it's literally okay. So for those of you that haven't watched Dr. Stone, essentially, really, really smart dude. And I can't remember what happens, but they all get stuck in stone or whatever, and they wake up
petrified.
That's the word I was thinking of. And they wake up way in the future, but they're slowly kind of all broken out of the stone. So first, this dude, the really smart guy, he gets broken out, and then a few others do. But then they realize that there's already people living there, and it's just based on them rebuilding society because he is so smart and he's able to start fires and do all this kind of crap. I'm probably selling it really bad, but it just never caught on with me. I don't know what it is, bro. Why wasn't it for you? Until it got weird. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It just annoyed me. A lot of the sorry, listeners at home. Sorry, something's caught in my throat.
Sorry for those of you on Spotify.
I forget. I'm sorry. his friends weren't cool.
Agree.
A lot of the decision making, like there's nothing worse than when he's supposed to be super smart, but he makes piss poor decisions sometimes. It just wasn't for me. Didn't catch me. Did not catch me.
I think like the concept was, don't get me wrong, I think the concept on paper is interesting, right? I don't think the characters were strong enough. I really didn't vibe well with Dr. Stone, like the main dude. I just didn't think he was likable, you know?
Yep. And then like his best mate that has the love interest as well. It's like, I don't know. I've never liked those animes with like a huge cast of characters.
Yeah.
You know, and where it's like there's like this guy and they're all friends and all the friends have a piece of the puzzle and everyone's, I don't know, I'm a bit of a lone wolf. I like seeing one dude.
It's a fair shout. It's a fair shout. Like if I ever had a criticism about Black Clover, right? There are lots of characters, and it's something that in the movie, if anyone's watched it, it bears that out because there are so many strong characters in that show. So they had to think of ways to preoccupy some of the really strong characters, so the main cast, like the main group, could fight the bad guys, right? So a lot of anime do suffer from that because they're over so many episodes, so many seasons. Black Clover's pretty long. Right. It's not crazy.
Bleach was terrible for it.
I dropped Bleach, and not because I didn't like it, but I needed to properly give it a go.
Mate, they had fights that would go for several episodes for like a background character that nobody cares about. I don't care about the fourth captain of the division of a sect we never see. Why do I want to see him have this epic battle for 4 episodes? I don't care. Or the puppets, and everyone who's watched Bleach understand, like, why do I care about a whole episode about puppets? And why are the puppets main characters now? Yeah, they're cute and they have a good song, but why do I have to watch episode after episode about their conflicts and struggles? Just let me see let me see Ichigo go Super Saiyan and smack some people. That's all I want to see.
I tell you what, Rob, I think I want to keep watching Bleach. I'm gonna finish the first season that I was watching, and I want to keep smashing it out because of the top 3, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. That's probably the shorter one that I think is actually doable. The other 2 are way too long. I'm never going to watch those.
I've heard of something that's actually got me interested. I think it's something called like One Piece.
Like the Netflix?
One Piece something. It's like a user made thing where they merge all the episodes into one episode that goes like an hour, 30 minutes, and they've cut out all the fillers and all the crap that you don't need to listen to.
I saw that. That is at one. It's impressive.
One Piece fast forward or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about watching that. Thinking about it, or you're actually going to do it? That's a commitment, Rob. That's what I mean. It's like I don't know if I have that much time, bro. There's a lot of things to do.
No.
There's a lot of things to do.
Like if it was an anime that for sure like was known to not have filler, then it'd be interesting, but it has that many episodes because there is so much filler, and it's very hard unless you grew up watching it to invest the time into watching One Piece. Honestly,
and don't get me wrong, some filler is good. Like I liked in Bleach, I liked the romantic fillers episodes where it's like Ichigo would have a romantic sort of interaction with whatever her name was, Riku. Was it Riku? Something? I don't know. Been a while. But yeah, it's like some of the I remember watching Naruto. The fillers on that were just out of this world bad. Out of this world bad.
Yeah. Dragon Ball was pretty bad as well for fillers. Like some episodes, like I don't care about Goku on a farm. Why the hell do I care? Just get to the freaking fighting.
I don't know. You see, this must be maybe it's because it was colored while I was a kid, but I don't remember episode fillers on with Dragon Ball
because you just didn't watch them. That's the thing. You didn't care about them. Like, and same with me and everyone as well. Because like there are definitely fillers in Dragon Ball. You just skip over them. Like I just don't bother with those episodes.
I also feel like most of my Dragon Ball episode knowledge comes from the games, playing the campaign in the games.
Because I keep repeating it over and over and over.
Well, because I played multiple.
Yeah.
the games multiple times, multiple versions of the games, and it was always like Boo Saga, Cell Saga, Frieza Saga. You know what I mean? It's like, you just remember them.
For sure. So, well, that is what we're watching, playing in our anime recommendations. We're about to hit 30 minutes, Rob, so we're doing good for time.
Cruising.
We're answering your viewer questions. Again, I pull through the archives to pull as many questions that we haven't answered yet. Let us know your questions in the comments below if you have any for the next week, because we'll definitely be recording that one. But the first question we have is from JR_95. In fighting games, do you master the moveset of one character or try to be good across a range of characters? This was like after we did our Street Fighter thing where you beat me. So that's why this question was asked. Rob?
I'm always the sort of guy that looks for a main. I like finding my go-to characters, and they're the guy that I play with. Like in Super Smash Bros, it's Ganondorf and Terry.
Yeah.
And in Street Fighter, it's Akuma or Ryu. And in Tekken, it is Jin. Oh, is it just Jin?
Yoshimitsu, right? Surely you play Yoshimitsu.
No, I don't like Yoshimitsu. I don't like the little
come
samurai
on,
dude.
Rob.
No, dude. I like Jin. And there's a boxing guy. I can't remember his name. No. Sorry, I totally forgot. My main in Tekken 6 is Hurawang.
Oh, yeah, good.
Jin.
Good answer.
Yeah, dude, I am a nightmare with Hurawang.
Yeah, I reckon you'd kick my ass with her. Yeah, he was always
touch the floor.
Yeah,
you won't touch the floor.
He was always a menace to deal with back in the day.
Oh man, he's so cool. Stand switch, kick, chain kick. Oh, dude.
Yeah. Great character. But I reckon as well, like focusing on the one character, I'm same. Like, Street Fighter, it's always Ken for me. Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero, right? It allows you to focus on the fundamentals too. If you actually are seriously trying to get into into a fighting game, you would focus on the character, like that's like the hallmark character. So for Street Fighter, it's always the Ryus and Kens, and even the new guy, I can't remember what his name was, because all the super moves are like the exact same, right? So it's very easy to understand and pick up. And then from there, you learn how to block, you learn how to throw, you learn how to do all the extra special moves and stuff like that. So I would say you pick your one character, learn the fundamentals of the game, and if you want to experiment after that, you go do that.
Yeah, you got to specialize.
For sure. Next question we have is from Rick Ferry 1509. If you had an anime transformation / final form, what would you be most like?
Ooh. Like, do we have to pick one existing?
Yeah, any that exists that you could watch in an anime right now.
Oh man, that's tricky.
I thought I knew your answer. I thought you're gonna say it straight away because you said it in a previous episode.
Like I do like Super Saiyan Broly.
Yeah.
Like transformation, anime transformation.
Rob the legendary Super Saiyan. I think it's got a nice ring to it.
Oh, mate. Like, I just love, because like one of my favorite Marvel characters is the Hulk, just because I like them getting beat. That's why I like the Barbarian, because they get huge, dude. They get huge and they get powerful. But I don't. What's yours?
It's really hard to look by. I feel in terms of like anime that do the different forms and the power ups really well. It's really hard to look past Dragon Ball. So in that,
they kind of set the hallmark.
Yeah, but in that, I will say, like, I don't want to go straight off power because it's a bit boring. You just pick the most strongest. I don't really like Blue, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Blue. I think that's a silly form. What I thought the form was the most cool, if anyone remembers it, the first
Super Trunks.
That's you. I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was the answer you're going to give because you get super jacked.
No, I thought that was for you because Super Trunks is the coolest Trunks.
Super Trunks is the coolest Trunks, and I freaking love Super Trunks. But I'll say the one that I really liked was the first Super Saiyan God where Goku had red hair. I don't know if you remember that. But that was when we first got like the proper concept of Super Saiyan God. And I thought that was cool. And they skipped past it and they already got to Super Saiyan Blue. I thought that was such an underutilized form. So that's what I would say for my answer.
You know what's crazy is like they ran out of colors and they had to go back to Kaioken.
They used Kogan again. You're right.
Dude, they had to. Like, they're just like, dude, we are scraping the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, man, anime transformation. Let me come back to that one. Give me a little bit.
Come back to it. Next question that we have, funnily enough, you were kind of talking about this in the last episode. Oaku Valentine 7734 asks, how much time have you spent building custom mod packs on games like Skyrim and Minecraft, and do you guys really enjoy the process of it? Rob,
like if you listen to last week's episode, I went on quite extensively about it. I like shopping for mods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like seeing what like for instance in my current RimWorld playthrough, there's just so much I don't even know is what in the game. Like there's just, it's like having a brand new game to explore. I don't know what exists out there. I don't know all the mechanics to the game, and that is exciting for me. But I hate. No, not hate. That's too strong a word. I very much dislike actually putting the mod pack together and trying to like troubleshooting it, trying to make it work, finding out which ones don't work. Because there is no worse feeling than starting the game, getting in, building your character, and then realizing it's got like a game-breaking bug. Like you can't access a menu, or your character doesn't walk properly, something like that. Yeah. It takes all my mojo. Like, I don't want to play the game anymore.
Yep. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this before. Like, to an extent, I like the process of modding. I like to see what's out there. But I don't want to go too far with it because, again, it can make your game really unstable. Although, like, the new mod managers, like Vortex, for instance, they've built in, like, the sort tools to make sure that your load order is all good when it comes to games like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff. So that makes it way, way easier. But I hate the idea of spending more time modding than playing the game. I want to play the game first and foremost.
I don't like modding hard games, okay, unless it makes the game harder. Because I feel like it cheapens the experience.
Yeah. But there are games I would say that are necessary to mod. Minecraft is one of those games. Like, don't get me wrong, you can play vanilla Minecraft and enjoy it.
I've never played modded Minecraft, ever.
Right, are you serious?
I've only ever played, and I've played hundreds of hours. I'm still paying for a Minecraft server to this day. Like,
are you actually?
Still running
legit?
through. Yeah, dude. I got a realm. It's been up for like 4 or 5 years.
Wow. Why don't you share that IP around so everyone can join?
No, because I steal all my shit.
That's pretty cool.
Keep your grubby little head. It's honestly, the only people on the server is me, my brother, and my dad. Like, that's nice. Our thing.
That's really cool. But I like that, man.
But yeah, like, I've never played modded. I could never work out how to use Forge or how to get the mods working ever. So I just never tried it and just played survival Minecraft only.
Well, that's just when you join other people's modded servers, right? Like, and then it's fun.
I couldn't work it out. So
fair enough.
Survival Minecraft it was.
Yeah. Next question is from CBB Videos. Just a quick question. It's funny, you said quick question. This is the longest question that we have. Are there any little things about the UFC that Rob can tell us that fans don't know? Example, how do you get your song approved for the walkout? What's it like trying to get onto the Ultimate Fighter? Stuff like that.
Well, getting your song approved pretty easy. They send you an email saying, "Hey, what song do you want to walk out to?" Send back, and they say, "Yay or nay." That's it. Yeah. The Ultimate Fighter was tricky. I wasn't even aware they were scouting out in Australia at the time. My dad actually found out, and he filled out my forms with me and sent them off, and then got an invitation into a trialing period where you did interviews, you got blood tests, and it was yourself and every other local fighter in Australia. It was weird because in the local scene we had all, and everyone was the same weight division because it was weighted the classes of the episode of the season. So you kind of knew everyone that was there because they were potential opponents or opponents you've beaten already, and it was a weird experience. You hit some mitts, you did some grapples, you did an interview, you did blood tests, and then you went back to work. And 6 weeks later, they send you, "Hey, welcome."
That's pretty cool, man. God, how long ago were you on the Ultimate Fighter? That was a while back.
about 11 years, I want to say.
Damn. That's pretty cool.
10 years. Yeah, but I think this is my 12th year in the UFC.
Yeah, sick.
Hanging in there.
Yeah. Next question and last question that we have is from Mr. 3000 Marco. Question for Rob. Being in fight camp can be a really stressful and taxing experience. How does your family support you during this time?
Like, they're kind of like my ground zero. So they're the people, no matter how hard the sessions were in the gym I come home to, they're the people that are there that when I walk through the door and I'm beaten up or I had a bad session or a bad performance or I just lost a fight, my kids don't care.
Yeah.
They're just happy to see me. And, that it helps. It really does help open your eyes to, what's important, I guess. My wife is my ultimate supporter, though. She cooks for me. She keeps, she cleans for me. She looks after me. She helps me with all my paperwork. She helps me with anything I need. If I need to request anything, she's especially during fight camp, because as I get closer to the fight, there's more stresses. The weight's coming off. It's a little trickier, but she's my number one. But honestly, I've got to say my family and friends and family have just always been big supports to me. I've always taken strength from them.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that answers it.
I'm not going to move on until you've given me a final form anime transformation. Okay. Have you decided?
I know what it is.
It is. Yeah.
Because I always thought it was the coolest one. I've always thought it was the coolest transformation ever. And if you ever reach that episode, you will too. It's in Bleach when the hollow inside Ichigo starts to come out for the first time, unrestrained, not controlled, and Ichigo's eyes start to cloud over.
Oh, I see it now.
With yellow irises. Cool. Yeah. And then the hollow mask starts to slowly form over because it's taking him over. Yeah. It's when that happened, it was really cool because also the hollow form of himself is just an absolute psychopath anyway. It's such a cool transformation. The transformation itself, not necessarily how strong or whatever, or the final form of it. It's just the transformation sequence itself was so cool. So cool.
All right. I'm watching Bleach when I go overseas.
You got it. It's got some of the best fight scenes and fight abilities in that I've experienced.
Yeah, sick. Well, that's it, Rob. Those are the questions, and that is episode 18. We recorded 2 episodes in one night. It's almost 10 o'clock.
We did.
But we did it.
I know. It is late. I'm tired. I did this for you guys at home, so make sure you hit the sub, tell your friends, yell it from the windows. We did it for you. Yeah. Johnny's going away. Wish him well. Send him prayers that he comes back at all. And,
and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
See you for the next episode. Thanks so much, everyone.